What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Extra Digest podcast. Of course, my name is Nyaassh, and this episode you can always catch it on YouTube, on Anchor, on Spotify, on Google Podcast, especially Google Podcast and Spotify and YouTube. I mean, it's crazy. You can catch podcasts on YouTube. It's interesting. And today I got two mandem who are making their debuts. They've never been here before. Both of them are one is a Man City fan. The other one is a is a Man United fan. Give it up for man like Tobiko, who is the Man City fan,
yes, sir,
and man like Brian Waudo, who is a Man United fan, and of course Real Madrid.
It's a big team.
It's the only team that we can agree on.
Yes.
I have a funny story actually about Real Madrid, but I think I'll say it.
Later.
Let's watch it for this episode. The usual Real Madrid.
Good. So of course I'm sure you've heard of Brio. If you listen to Homeboys Radio, most likely you have, because he does G-Money in the morning. Of course it's him, Antonio Kibbs, and of course G-Money. And he's also featuring on Fan Zone, on Saturday from noon to 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course he also features on the Wildcard, where I also happen to feature. And we happen to feature in the latest episode, Venye Tutuko. Yes. Yeah, we might actually be a mainstay. Chatuone, what will happen with that.
Yes.
Anyhow, so of course we are here to digest and do some extra analysis of what happened over game week 31.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, a game week that was full of drama, especially for me as an Arsenal fan. Want to forget. All right, so first of all, Man City, when did you start supporting this fickle team, bro?
First of all, this is not a fickle team. It is a team rich in history.
And rich in using a lot of money.
But you see, that's what football is. It's investment.
Billions.
You either invest or you don't win. It's true.
A club that was
you either invest or you don't win.
Founded in 2008.
If you think right now you can do it without investing, that's a lie. That's why you have the transfer market, for people to use it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to use it.
I mean, club billions, you wait though. I mean, okay, I know you're older than Chelsea, because Chelsea started in 2003.
Yeah, but
with the Abramovich.
Funny thing, I actually watched a video on YouTube of a fan who has been supporting Manchester City since the days when the club used to beg guys to come and watch games and buy like jerseys.
And they doing that still?
Go under.
And they doing that still? I mean, that's how you call
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. Because Etihad were expanding the stadium.
Ooh.
That just shows how big
It'll be
Man
bigger
City
than the
has become.
Emirates. Yeah.
Goja,
So
why are you expanding though? Najaja already when
that's a myth. So
okay.
So the point is, Man City has really come from far.
Yeah.
The history might not be as glamorous,
Rich, of course it's not.
or rich as other clubs, but it has its history. There are fans who say that Sai, his kid has been to Wembley like 5 times. The kid is even tired of going back to Wembley. But for him, it's really emotional seeing where the club has come from up until now. But for me personally, I started supporting City quite early into the 2010s, around 2013, 2014.
Upper juicy too.
When I started watching football seriously, there are guys who support teams blindly, without really
Foolishly,
without really putting in the work. Like I'm saying, when you support Arsenal because it's the hype thing to do. He's been in hell for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
19
I
to
mean,
be precise.
Look who's talking, man. This is a man that was supporting City 6 years after they founded.
So
Yeah.
I was still a young man, and when I was getting to know my way around football, I found that City was the team to be, and that's what I supported. And
I wouldn't blame you, man.
Luckily for me, Man City is enjoying.
Been cruising.
What?
Been cruising,
And it's
bro.
going to get better. So
Yeah. Look, I can't blame him for being young.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not his fault that he was born the other day.
Thank you.
So it's cool. The other one, kuna duru za kuaminika.
But then,
Kuhusu man like Brian.
man like Brian, this is a story I told yesterday. And
We
I
need
would
to
like
demystify
tell it. I need
this
to tell
thing.
it again.
Ebu tuambie.
Wagwan for that.
Spill the
feel
beans.
free.
This is the story.
Stage
Yes.
is yours.
When I was in high school, you see the way Man City fans are shunned right now.
Yes.
Man City fan, how?
From Arsenal fan, nini.
Yes, we used to be 2. Only 2.
In the class or in
class.
Yeah.
Me and this guy. He used to sit like 2
Wait.
desks ahead of me. Me and this guy.
This guy who talks about Manchester United on national radio.
It's a big team, bro.
Oh, this is my dog. this is my dog.
Yeah, this dog of yours.
Oh.
my dog.
Okay.
It means something else. This is your dog.
yeah.
This is my dog for real.
This is Tobiko's dog.
Yeah.
Talks about Man United on national radio.
No, but I also don't dispute it because you see back
He
in
started off as Man City.
yeah, but you see back in high school we didn't used to follow football like we do right now.
Yeah, 3 months in prison, man. Hey.
The only football you get is news from either your teachers
Or in a
Watchman,
newspaper, so-
I'm a newspaper if you're lucky to come
Yeah.
across it.
Yeah.
So I don't doubt it. He used to support City, but when Pogba came back to United.
Paul Labille.
So
He fell in love with the club.
Pogba ni alifanya upende Man United.
Yeah, he's like my twin bro. Just look at the resemblance.
Hata wewe ile mambo ya uchawi.
So I don't doubt his love for it.
Yeah.
Maybe
All right.
The City thing
Is that true though? Tell us, is it true that you started off as a Man City?
Alama ya dukuduku.
Ni ya dukuduku kama ni ya mshangao.
So I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
You can love it. It's a passing. It's a
It
passing.
happens,
It's football.
yeah.
I love United.
And if tomorrow if United get relegated, you want to support Leeds, any chance? I won't judge
Feel
you,
free.
bro.
If you want to come over to
It's a
us,
choice.
I live at Old Trafford, I will die at Old Trafford.
10 years down the line we'll be here.
I also have another
We'll
story
be here
about-
no matter
I
what.
have another story about this jersey, but I might tell it towards
Hii tukiongea Champions League utatuambia.
It's a big team.
More bills to spill.
It's a big team.
More beans to spill. Oh my God. Right. So, gentlemen, of course, Game Week 32 was quite fruitful. Well, for me as an Arsenal fan, not much, but for our rivals, oh boy, they loved it. Started off with the early kickoff between Newcastle and Chelsea. No, Newcastle and Aston Villa. Kichangu inapiga tu Chelsea because they are full of crap. Newcastle and Aston Villa, we are thinking there's a good contest. I mean, Newcastle, they're playing very good football.
Yes, they are.
Aston Villa wako form kuruka. Only Watkins is bagging goals for fun. And so I think it's a good contest. Once the game started, it was anything but a contest.
From minute 1 to minute 90, Aston Villa destroyed Newcastle. They gave them no breathing space. I think Aston Villa has taught the Premier League, or rather has shown the Premier League, that too many teams have given Newcastle too much respect, depending on how they started on the season. And with this Unai Emery resurgence, bro, from minute 1 to minute 90, Newcastle only had one corner. So that tells you the story.
they had one corner only?
only one corner.
Damn.
For a 90-minute game. Crazy stuff.
I mean, what do you think about the performance of Newcastle? I mean, they're building towards top 4, but I mean, doing such against Aston Villa, not helping your case out, are you?
Look, I believe the Premier League right now, it's at a position of almost parity, where maybe there are like two really good teams, Man City and Arsenal. Then the rest of the teams, it's a situation where anyone can walk into any stadium and beat anyone on any day. True. So I feel like for Newcastle, it's not a really good performance for them as they're chasing top 4. But again, Aston Villa are not slouches either.
No, they're not.
They're a really good team. They came in, they imposed their will, and it's not only a blueprint for other teams. This is how football really should be played.
Absolutely.
Like, you just go there, play, give everything on that pitch, and walk out.
Yeah.
So, not a good result for Newcastle, but man, Aston Villa are rolling right now.
Do you think we should start considering them for top 4 positions now? Going by
Villa.
their form? No.
Villa.
Because they are 6th.
They are 6th, but I firmly believe Emery will get them 5th.
Yeah.
Emery could turn this Aston Villa side, if given time and the money to invest in the club, which Aston Villa can afford, he could turn this Aston Villa side into the Sevilla that we see in the Europa League.
Yeah.
I personally believe that. And I firmly believe that this season, Villa will finish 5th. 5th.
Is what I think. Top 4 is only 4 teams. So far, there are 2 teams that are locked into top 4.
Okay.
The third one is 70 to 75% of the way there. The only position left is 1. And they're gunning for that position.
Yeah.
Almost how many teams now? I think it's almost 5. It's Newcastle, Aston Villa, Brighton, Liverpool.
If they win all their games,
Tottenham.
that is.
Yeah.
So, I think getting top 4 for Aston Villa will be difficult. 5th or 6th, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But getting top 4 for them is going to be difficult. But whatever they're doing right now, if they build onto it next season,
Yeah,
maybe we
they
can
might
see.
be.
Credit goes
Assuming
to
that teams like Chelsea don't rebound next season. But
atasumbua Kylie. Unakumbuka ile Aston Villa akina Agbon Laho,
Bas.
Yeah.
akina Ashley Young.
God damn.
Ile time akina Makeda scoring those
Yes, by
goals.
the
That
way.
Aston Villa was
Huge credit has to go to Unai Emery.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, what he does with strikers is amazing to this day. Look at what he did with Lacazette at his time at Arsenal. But so, at that time, Emery didn't have that know-how of the English language.
Yeah.
Couldn't really do much
He
at
was told a
Arsenal.
good one, yes.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was eliminated in Europa. And then he goes on to Villarreal, and look at what he's done with Gerard Moreno.
Yeah.
Now Villarreal are suffering. Look at now what he's done with Oli Watkins.
Yeah.
God damn.
He's
saying.
balling for fun.
Hey.
Do you think like Watkins is one of the guys Man United should consider?
Personally, he can be considered
Yeah.
out there in England and whatnot. But personally, I feel like Man United should put all their money in 2 baskets. Okay, in 1 basket over a similar type of striker, and that is Harry Kane or Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
That's it.
You feel like because I know Hurricane, you're going to pay an arm and a leg if you're going to go
100
get
million minimum
for a 29-year-old.
150, bro. It's not very good.
Sasa tunasema minimum 100.
100 for 29-year-olds. Do you think that's worth it?
100 minimum.
Ama utasema hadi Casemiro wako 31 tulipa 60.
No.
So would you say the same for Hurricane? He's 29 and 100 million, bro. Really? Do you think that would be...
Well, you see,
That would be a waste because he'd only... Okay, nowadays the Premier League, is advanced and also medicine and whatnot, technology. So a player could play till they're 35, 36.
Possible.
You don't know.
So that's like 5-6 years.
Yeah, but you're looking at the return. I mean, you're getting Hurricane for what? 150 million to win maybe one, because he might have maybe there for 3 years, and there's no guarantee that you're going to win.
Yeah.
In the 3 years that he's going to.
But even 4 years Hurricane, wouldn't you want to make at least there's
Such
a
a
chance
move,
there
yeah.
compared to where you are.
Yeah, but you see now for Hurricane it's difficult because it's not really his decision. I think the problem with Tottenham is how Tottenham is run as a club by Daniel Levy. Even a couple of years ago when City were interested in Hurricane,
yes.
Daniel Levy was like, I don't even want to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
We're telling you we have 150 million for
Chica.
you. Guaranteed.
He
I
did
don't
not
want to
want.
pick up
Yeah.
the phone. So, and the problem with Hurricane is he started into a long contract. It runs till
6
what?
year, bro.
I
Now
think
it's
6
1
years.
year left.
It's
Or
clear.
1
It's
year
only
left
24.
now.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
1 year left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe he might have a little bit of negotiating power with Daniel Levy, but
Okay.
I think negotiating with Tottenham is going to be the problem.
Yeah.
But for Manu, I really don't think moving for Kane is good, but I don't think if there's a cheap alternative.
Watkins.
Cheap alternative,
Not really
Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney.
Ivan
Ivan Toney is 26 or 27.
Around there.
27.
So yeah, I'd bank on him. But with Hurricane, I think there's only 2 clubs out there that he can really sign for.
Yeah.
If it's not Man United in the Premier League,
Yeah.
it has
He's going
to be
abroad.
Bayern Munich.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing else.
If you are Hurricane, which option would you choose?
If you're Hurricane,
Yeah.
it's time to bag a trophy. Go to Munich
Yeah,
and win
man.
that Bundesliga.
You agree?
Between Man
Go to
United and
Munich, yeah.
Munich.
Go
yeah.
to Munich and win those 3-5
Bundesligas,
Bundesligas,
and maybe
rest
one Champions
easy.
League.
Yeah,
Those are cheap titles.
No, at least you have it in the
yeah. At
bag.
least you have
Do
trophies,
you
bro.
think he regrets it though?
I think so. In the long run. I mean, he's 29 now.
He will
All
regret
those
it.
goals, second top scorer after Alan Shearer, and he has nothing.
And Shearer has that one
At least,
Premier League
yeah.
that can't be taken away from him.
And of course with an outlier being Blackburn.
But let me ask guys, do you think the way sport or football in general right now, people are putting so much emphasis on winning titles? Do you think that a mediocre player who has won a title, there may be people willing to make a case for him over a great player who has not won anything?
Example.
Mediocre who has won a title.
An example.
Give us an example.
Okay, I really didn't have an example now. No, I'm saying, but it's true nowadays.
Yeah.
Because someone,
Ferran Torres.
yeah, like
Okay.
Ferran Torres has won
The
One
Premier
league.
a Premier League.
About to win La Liga if Xavi doesn't bottle it.
But I don't think he's that bad a player. I don't think he's that terrible a player.
Okay, let me ask you guys about this. Might be a slightly off topic about Van Dijk.
No, Van Dijk. What about Van Dijk?
About Van Dijk. Van Dijk comes in. Van Dijk wins them one league.
Yeah.
He came in 2018.
Wins
They
the
lost the final.
Yeah.
Then they won it
Then
year
they-
after.
yeah.
Then the league year
Then the
after.
league.
In 1920.
Then all of a sudden, overnight, Van Dijk is the greatest centre back.
With one trophy.
I feel like it's because once he joined that team, we felt like it was the cog that was missing. Maybe
Yes.
him and Alisson.
Yes.
And then from then on, the missing cog to winning the Champions League, to winning the league, and you're like, hey, and yeah, that was the missing cog.
But what about now? He's been there for many times.
Now, I don't think still makes him do you think he's a bad defender?
He's not a bad defender. He's just not the greatest ever. Because
No, he's not the greatest ever.
People
I
will
mean,
make
the
it
greatest
shout
ever.
for
Bro,
greatest
there's guys
ever.
like Inavidic,
And
Tony
not like-
Adams,
not-
Terry. Yeah.
top pundits in the sport.
Say.
Not
yeah.
to say Jamie Carragher, but top pundits in the sport
Yeah.
Yeah.
are saying, bro, he's the greatest centre back
Nah,
we've ever seen.
that's very subjective, bro.
Yeah, but I see now that's the point I'm making of recency bias and people holding too much value
Onto
to
titles.
winning titles.
But you see, even
winning
as
titles
a,
is great.
Yeah.
But you can have a great career minus the title.
but I mean,
Won't
I
be
think
remembered.
the creme de la creme of you
I think
as a,
Kane
as
won't
a
be remembered.
Ken.
He will.
he will because
He will
he's
only
second.
be remembered. Listen,
Because
if
of the
Ken
goals.
does not win anything, not even the goals, he will only be remembered if he breaks Shearer's record. That is the only thing, because he's not winning a Premier
He's
League
got to
title
remember now.
anytime
He's
soon.
I think he'll be remembered 'cause
Tottenham's
he's
greatest
second.
scorer ever. Is it one for England as well?
Yeah, he's top
Yeah,
scorer
he
in
is for
England.
England as
But
well.
he'll just remembered for that and no trophies. I feel like for a player,
So he'll just become another Jermaine Defoe.
yeah,
This guy-
Atengia Hall of Fame for sure,
This
but no
guy-
trophies, man.
What's his name? Your guy for your team, Nacho Monreal. How many Champions League does this guy have?
Nacho Montreal.
The defender.
Nacho.
Is it
Nacho
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Sorry.
Dano, 5.
He has 5.
He's been at Real Madrid his whole life, bro.
Yeah.
He has 5.
But okay, so what?
So I'm saying the importance of titles really is not.
I feel like
Has
it's
elevated his career, you could say. Like people think
Yeah, but he can.
Nacho
Nacho Fernandez.
Nacho can
walk in the room and say, "Yo, I have 5 champions."
But yeah,
He's a mediocre player.
Is he mediocre though?
He's not.
Would you
really
be
that
mediocre
good.
player playing for Real Madrid? To be honest,
Someone needs backups.
Nah.
Every team.
I
Needs,
don't- even if you are-
every team
Straight
needs
up.
backups.
he's
Yeah.
featuring more this season. I don't think he plays because he's a mediocre. I don't think, especially for that club,
Do you think Nacho walks into your Arsenal team
as backup for Saliba. Yeah,
as a backup?
Not as backup. To
As a
bring
backup.
experience to the back.
and even how old is he?
As a backup, do you think Nacho walks into Man U and starts?
Yes, he does.
Over who?
Yeah, he
No,
does.
Everyone is fit. Over who?
No one.
Everyone is fit.
He doesn't.
It's
start.
Varane
He
and
does. It's Varane
Lisandro.
and the butcher. Yeah.
But I don't think that makes him a terrible player.
He's not a terrible player.
And
I'm
I don't
saying-
think also it makes him an average player. I don't think it makes him an average player.
Nacho-
That's not average.
Nacho is above average, bro.
He's above average.
Above average.
Slightly above.
He's
But
above.
okay, that's
When
We're
he-
digressing.
unadhani
We're
ni
digressing.
one for it.
That's the point I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Yes. The
People
title.
be holding too much.
But I would say, like, bottom line for me is, as a player, you want to win titles. That's the whole essence of playing
want-
a sport.
Definitely, you want to win.
That's the whole essence of playing a sport. So as much as you score goals and you don't bag a trophy, hata ikue Carabao Cup, bro, just bag it. Just have something, a medal to show. Because you don't have medals for goals,
Carabao.
especially if you're not breaking records.
What are you talking about?
If you're-
Only
if you're
team
not-
to win a trophy this
Can I
season.
look up match and see it?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a trophy?
Village
That's
Cup.
fine.
Ngoja, relax.
Yes, they're big teams.
Hey, you're
Gunning.
jumping the gun.
Big teams with 13 league
There's
titles.
no need winning a trophy in
One
March.
side,
Hey,
yeah.
Big trophies.
Big
are
trophies
won
now,
in
no.
May,
This one's won the
June.
league in March. This one.
Big trophies now, they are won in May. So you have to win a trophy. Speaking of Spurs, Spurs were up against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And you're thinking these guys, kila mtu anashuku, oh, they might bottle the league. I mean, bottle the top four because you know that's their trophy lately. And then they're up against Bournemouth. They score fast, and you're thinking, okay, Bournemouth watapitiwa. Bournemouth equalize. Then Spurs equalize after one goal was chopped off, and then Bournemouth, after coming to North London and causing chaos, they caused chaos again.
90 plus.
Yeah.
And they went on to tweet that North London is red. And when you consider how terrible Bournemouth are, I mean, the positions that they are in,
Yeah.
how vital was that win, bro?
It's very vital. It's very vital. You see, right now, I was looking at it at the table. The bottom clubs are separated by around 5 to 7
4
points.
I think
Even
from
four,
number-
about 4 from,
from
number
number
13
yeah.
all the way to
Let
20
me just pull that
about 4 or 5
It's crazy. And I like the way Chelsea are getting pulled.
pulled in.
Towards-
Lampa do you? Anyway, before we
It's 10
digress,
It's 10 points between number. It's 11 points between number 13 and number 20.
but so you see, you could
11
say,
points.
you could say,
Yes.
Zimeongezeka hata.
I mean, you could say Southampton and Leicester could probably already be done and dusted.
Not really.
I think Southampton are done. I feel like for me.
Because for me, relegation was sought on Leicester and West Ham.
Yeah.
But West Ham, after getting a point against Arsenal, you never know. You never
and you know
know.
they still have a game in hand over these
True.
other teams.
With the City.
With City.
But
Hey,
anyway,
yeah,
back
that's a
to
guarantee.
Spurs and the relegation picture. Yeah.
So this was a big result. Beating Spurs
yes.
and
On
beating
patch.
Liverpool.
Boom.
Also,
Buddha.
these are
Two huge wins.
6
Mbaya.
points for these guys. Because if they didn't win these games, they'll be at 27 points right now. 27 points put them slightly above level on points with Nottingham Forest in 18th.
God damn.
Yeah.
So these are
Big
these
win.
are big wins for them.
Yeah.
But that's the danger of playing a relegation team.
Yeah, Saini tricky mbaya.
On looking at Spurs, I would say their bottle nature is theirs. They own it. But then when you deep it, Richarlison has had 3 Premier League goals this season. All of them chopped off because
Offside.
they're offsides.
Oh, you love
Flop of the season, bro.
Straight. Straight.
Going on to other matters, this guy has ruined Pochettino's career. This guy got them to a final. They
Champions
lost that
League final.
Yes. These guys made Mourinho. Mourinho took them to a Carabao Cup final and they didn't even allow him to coach the team for that. They sacked him days before that final. These guys made Conte rant and rant and rant.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even about the money because Conte always rants about the money. Now it was about the players
Yes.
lacking the drive.
Hadi
And,
alikuwa
whatnot.
mgonjwa.
And then they kept his clone,
Yeah.
Stellini. Why? Nothing's
Makes-
changed.
yeah.
Nothing has changed at all. And for a fun fact, I'm going to make a bold prediction and this could seep into Chelsea. If Spurs and Chelsea can manage to win 2 games out of the remaining 8 or 7, they've done well. They've done magnificent.
No, we need to hear this. If what now?
Yeah,
If Spurs and Chelsea can manage to win at least 2 out of the remaining 8 or 7 games, they've done absolutely a wonderful job. Because I was saying, go down.
No, but for
Spurs are down bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chelsea, I actually wrote this down. Chelsea have some scary games coming up.
List
They
them all.
have Real Madrid today. In the Premier League, they still have to play Brentford.
Yes.
They still have to play Arsenal.
That's an
They
L.
still have to play Man City.
L.
They still have to play Man United.
L.
And they still have to play Newcastle.
And then in between, kuna Bournemouth na kuna Forest.
Yeah, there's
those could be
more
draws.
games they have.
Those could be
But
draws.
those are the games that Chelsea still have
Under
to
Lampard.
play. Under Lampard.
I mean, it's safe to say these guys are fucked, man.
They're fucked, actually.
You feel like, I totally agree. Like, if you look at those games, you only feel like it's only 2 that you can almost say
They draw.
they can maybe get.
They can maybe just
some.
Draw against
'Cause
Forest.
you can't guarantee points for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Man. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And of course, let's get to Chelsea straight away. They were playing against Brighton this weekend. One of the worst teams to face right now has to be Brighton.
Ooh.
My God. Kwanza, thank God Man City wanaenda Amex.
I think
No, it doesn't
Yo.
we have to credit when it comes to that game. Forget Chelsea. Okay, we'll get to Chelsea later on. We can dig into them later on. We have to credit Roberto De Zerbi's in-game management in this game. Bro, is it Ivan or Ivan Ferguson gets injured? Even Veltman gets injured.
Yeah.
He takes Gross from midfield and puts him back in the back line. He takes Enciso into the game and puts him as a centre forward and keeps Mitoma in the wing.
A
God
teenager.
damn, a teenager. God damn. I mean, Roberto De Zerbi has revolutionized the Premier League in terms of how he's playing football. I said it, I keep on saying it, and I'll say it again. The best 3 teams to watch in the Premier League right now, in terms of how they play football.
Yes.
Man City, Arsenal, and Brighton.
Oh,
They
I
play
love
beautiful
the sound
football.
of that. I love the sound of
You
that.
saw what Pep said about De Zerbi.
Yes.
Like, the best team to build from the back right now, it's Brighton.
It's Brighton.
But Pep has this habit of...
Of course.
But it's like he has a point, actually.
It's
because
very true, man. You
Brighton
can't
are-
contend with
Brighton
that.
are playing good football. And
Yeah.
Man City, if you're watching, please. Mitoma. If you're watching, please.
Yeah. I can't wait. You know,
We need this guy.
this is one of the teams that will determine how the league goes because we're also playing against them.
Brighton,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, I wanted to say West Ham, but tushamalizana now.
Actually, most of our games are actually quite similar.
Brighton, Southampton as well.
Southampton need to play them this
Still have to
Friday.
go Play West Ham also.
West Ham tushamalizana now.
Similar. Most of our
Or you
games are
guys,
similar.
Yeah,
so
similar game.
I mean, some interesting common teams that we'll be playing
God
against
damn.
between Man City and Arsenal. So Chelsea, of course,
Yes.
they are deep into the bottom half of the Premier League table. And how many points? They are 39
Does
points.
that-
They're sinking deeper.
Yeah, hizi shida zao zilianza when the season started.
Yeah.
With Todd Bowley coming in with all this bravado from the United States. Todd Bowley, I want to turn the Premier League and get an All-Stars game
Yeah.
where we have teams from South London facing North London teams
Yeah.
in a combined 11 and whatnot. Come on, dog. This is not the NBA, bro. You can't come to England and tell us to do things the way you do them in the US.
Yeah.
And then over-investment.
Absolutely. Just
Mtu
fetching,
ametupa pesa kila pande.
just fetching players just because he has the money and
Yes.
just because maybe we can rival by getting this player
Yeah.
that they want.
Another mistake, getting rid of all of the front office stuff. Bro, I understand you're coming in as a new club owner, you want your
And you
people
have
to
new
lead the
ideas and
line
everything.
but you have to keep
have to
some
make a statement
experience
as
there.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have to make a statement, but you have to keep some experience so that if an intern comes, I
Yeah.
can teach him what to do so that he learns it from me before you fire me, bro. Yeah, exactly.
It's called institutional history.
Yes.
It's very important that you have institutional history. Sasa ukikuja utoe yule alikuwa anaitwaje yule manzi.
Okay, the likes of Peter Cech and Kina Marina.
Kina Peter
Exactly.
Cech.
Sky.
Peter Cech has been there since 04.
Yes.
I still think Marina is one of the best negotiators
Oh,
in
yeah.
football.
Chelsea
man.
used to get deals done,
Man,
bro.
that lady-
Juka ni
that
skills
lady
zake
was
ziko
top.
juu ama ni urembo. But anyway, it did work for them. It
Yes.
did work. So Chelsea, of course, they're in trouble.
She's a professional.
Yeah. We
Where do you think?
we hope she-
Who do you guys think takes that job? Nagelsmann or Enrique? Because Zidane is never taking that job.
Zidane, I understand they were maybe talking to Nagelsmann, but it's all pegged on how they perform moving onwards. Of course, I don't feel like they will get past Real Madrid tonight to start with.
Straight up.
I don't know, like in the Premier League, what they can get out of the remaining games because they are tough.
They're getting
So
26 points.
yeah, I mean, like I think I said it somewhere. If and this is a big if Lampard was to somehow get them through to the Champions Champions League.
Dua Di Matteo.
Dua Di Matteo. Maybe then they can think twice about Akina Nagelsmann. But knowing the way it's gonna go down, I don't fancy anything against for Lampard to turn anything for Chelsea. So for that respect, I feel like maybe getting the best guy has to be Nagelsmann. Swali ni kama atakuja kwa hii kikosi yenye iko hapa with 55 players. You know, and you don't know if unataka huyu, unataka yule.
Players with egos.
Yeah, if I want this player, will Todd Bowley give me? Or atasema, pana tuko na all this talent. They spent 323 million in January.
FFP, please.
Yo,
take a
look at this.
Look at this.
Kindly.
It's terrible. So those things are looking bad for Chelsea. But again, we are fucking loving it. Yeah. Long may it continue. All right, top 4. Let's look at Liverpool. Do you think we need to bring them back to the table of top 4 conversations?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Because now, maybe.
League. Maybe. Because those guys, the guys we mentioned, Kina Villa, Kina Brighton, Tottenham, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Kabisa.
So maybe, but as I said, right now, these guys are all fighting for one position. Because I don't think Manchester United fall out of the top 4.
Yeah.
So I think the first 3 are gone. They're all going for
one spot.
God damn. All of these guys.
Yeah.
Liverpool right now, out of those guys, I think
it's a bit too far for them.
Go on the back foot.
Yeah.
I will not be surprised if they win all their games going forward.
Moving
I will
on.
not be surprised, but it's going to be difficult.
Really?
Yeah.
I will not be surprised if they win all their games.
I think they have to. They have to.
But
if
I will
they
not
get
be
that
surprised.
4th spot,
especially watching how they played yesterday. Okay, I don't know if they played well or Leeds were just
Leeds are just poor.
But they had Curtis Jones looking like Iniesta. I didn't believe that. Bro, what?
You know when I saw Sinisterra score that one game, I'm thinking, game on.
Game on.
But that's the problem that Liverpool have this season. They are conceding goals.
Yeah.
Everywhere. They need to sort out their midfield issues.
That was a blunder by Konate?
Yeah. I keep telling people, Liverpool, of course, they will get rid of, what's his name, Naby Keita once the season is over.
Yeah.
But then when Wijnaldum left, no one ever replaced him. With Mane leaving, you could see Luis Diaz coming in. But now in that midfield, you can't tell me Liverpool have the pull of getting Bellingham right now. Apart from telling him, we will give you that number 8 that Steven Gerrard used to wear.
Now, of course, we'll tap out.
Nothing. So me, for
they
Liverpool...
tapped out from Bellingham. Yeah.
Liverpool either go into the race for Caicedo or go and get a Tielemans for like a season or 2.
Oh yeah, Tielemans is a good option.
I think Brian was starting to build up on a very important point with Liverpool. The guys that have left, in Wijnaldum and Mane, and the guy who is going to leave, who has not been playing a lot this season, Firmino, has really been important in how Liverpool used to play.
Yeah.
In their pressing.
Yeah.
So in their pressing and winning the ball back from the opponents, they used to keep the ball away from the opponents. But now the guys that are there, they can't do that. So now we're seeing teams coming onto them more and more. So they're getting exposed. Guys like Van Dijk are being caught in positions they are not used to. But Van Dijk used to go like almost the whole game without.
Sayana assist Martinelli.
But I don't know how they're going to replace the pressing of.
But of course, I feel like for me it has to start with the midfield. They have first of all to sort that out because I feel like that's one of the biggest deficiencies that they have had this season. And the way they play their football, they need very mobile midfielders. If at all, Klopp
I think everyone in that midfield has been injured at a point in this season.
Yeah, Henderson,
Thiago
is old.
God damn.
Maybe Fabinho is a young. Naby Keita and Ashina 2 treatment room. So they of course that has to be the starters for them. Yeah. Then they can look if Akina Nunes. I don't feel like they will go for forward though.
No, Nunes will come good
because they have Nunes, they have Diogo Jota, they have Gakpo, they have Luis Diaz.
They're okay.
They have Mo Salah.
They're okay going forward.
Midfield ndiko wamekufa kabisa.
Because a good midfielder also goes a long way in protecting that guy wearing number 66.
Trenty boy. We are suspect.
They're going protecting.
As he roasted like the way Martinelli does a number on him.
Speaking of Trent, in the sidebar too. Vinicius has owned Trent and Reece James this season.
Yes.
And even last season as well, if I'm not wrong.
Everyone owns Trent, bro.
Okay, now this is a big shout. Okay. And you guys could take it as banter. I don't care how you guys take it.
Okay.
Do you guys think Wan-Bissaka can defend Vinicius very well? Because it's his best trait. It's his best trait. Do you think he can have a good game against Vinicius? Wan-Bissaka.
Get me to be objective.
Yes.
I think he can try. Because Wan-Bissaka is really good defensively. Back when we used to have Sterling at Man City, I used to dread watching Sterling against Wan-Bissaka.
Going up against Wan-Bissaka?
I swear to God. And producer, please, can we look if there's one clip
By the way,
of Sterling completing a successful dribble against Wan-Bissaka. I would love to see.
Sterling's never scored against United.
But Buddha,
But
when you see
Wan-Bissaka is good defensively.
when you see
So
the
you
step
might-
overs Vinicius was doing on Araujo.
Hey, and Araujo is a good defender, bro.
Araujo is a
Araujo
good
and Kunde.
defender.
Hey,
Yeah, good. But I mean, I feel like Wan-Bissaka is very good defending one-on-one. Yeah. So maybe he would try. But Vinicius is a different ball game altogether,
Hey,
bro. That dude is a beast.
Takers.
It's a beast altogether. So I don't think we mentioned about Brighton. Do you feel like they'll finish the top 4-5? Because they're
God
playing.
damn it. Since I've given Villa 5th just because of that Watkins being a lethal goal scorer, Brighton have Welbeck.
They have Mitoma.
Ivan
bro.
Ferguson, listen, Ivan Ferguson is still working his way. He's still
Yes.
a youngster, he's working his way.
And
He's
he's
scoring
looking
some
good.
good goals for
He's
them.
looking good.
But you see, with the Mitoma thing, it's more like when Arsenal had Alexis Sanchez and Giroud just wasn't the partner for Alexis Sanchez. So this Mitoma kid, if Watkins was at Brighton, I'd put Brighton 5th. But I'm going to give Brighton 6th just because there's
But
no
you see-
little striker.
But you
up
see,
front.
like for
Yeah.
Brighton, they don't rely on one person.
True.
So
It's
Solly
a
March,
team game, yeah.
Solly March
Oh,
scores.
Solly March, Pascal
McAllister,
Gross.
okay, and Jafunga as much, but he's a goal scorer. Mitoma does goal score for them. Ona Juzi and Anaitwa Kisoma and Siso.
Siso.
Golazo and a half. So they kind of spread out their goals, just like Arsenal. So you can't say like if Ivan Ferguson is out because also he has been scoring. Now Kidogo they are a bit
Wanaumia
wobbling up.
Kidogo,
Yeah, so I feel like for me they will finish in the top 5.
Top 5.
'Cause they also
I'd
have a
give
game
them
in hand.
6th.
I'll give them top
6th.
5, but right now Brighton have 2 games in hand.
And they have 49 points.
Yeah, they have 2 games in hand over Tottenham and Aston Villa.
Yeah.
1 game behind Newcastle. But still, Brighton have to play
City.
City and Arsenal.
2 title chasing teams.
Yeah.
So maybe their games in hand are actually not games in hand, actually, because they might end up losing them. But we never know.
Yeah, of course. A bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Yeah.
So they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which brings me to Manchester City.
Yes.
City playing against Leicester City. Leicester, Maze. Hey, Leicester, fucking hell. These guys are just full of crap. Well, they tried to come back into the game in the second half after Mtu Akina Haaland, but you are just cruising, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think? I know it's very hard to ask you to be objective about this, but do you really think you're going to bug this?
The Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm 80% sure we are. Because I think you guys come to Etihad and we beat you at Etihad. And we went through all the way to the end of the season.
No losing margins, nothing at all.
Everything till the last day. You guys, I think you come to Etihad, you lose at Etihad. The gap goes down to
1
One
point.
point.
Considering
If
you
I-
haven't played your game
game
in
in
hand.
hand, yeah.
Considering
and
you
we win
haven't
our game in
played,
hand, so we go above them. Right?
Yeah,
By 2 points. And
The game at Etihad is everything. And I still believe that of the games you guys have left, there's one game you're going to draw.
do you agree what they say? Wahenga venye walisema, a bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. Do you think that's true?
There's no guarantee there's no guarantee.
So the game in hand that you do have, there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee that we'll win it.
So
but
what-
I believe we will.
What
win
if
it.
you lose it? What if you drop points?
Then too bad. But in my belief, City, we've been here before.
Yeah.
The team is catching steam at just the right moment.
Yeah.
Guys are rolling. Pep has been here before. It was a funny start. Pep has never finished below number 3 in his whole managerial career.
It's crazy.
He's never done it.
I
It's
mean,
either
he
one
gets
or,
all- he gets all the money to make
it's
sure
either
that
one
happens.
or 2. Yeah,
He gets all the money to make sure that
Graham
happens.
Potter had all the money. He was winning 31%.
It doesn't work like that.
of
It's
his
not like
game.
that.
You
Yeah,
need to be- you need
Potter
to be-
alikuwa too
that's
bombarded na players.
So-
Pep says I want 1, 2, 3 and anapewa how.
And I think the guys who were chasing the league last season
Yeah.
are still the same guys chasing the league this year, except maybe Haaland. So it's going to be guys. Did this before. We have been doing this. Let's go. The psychology of the title race, I think, is going to start playing into Arsenal.
yeah.
I think Arsenal players are 1, young, 2, inexperienced, 3, they've never done this before. I think they're going to have doubts and questions in their head. I may be wrong.
Yeah, you could be wrong. Do you think Arsenal is choking under pressure? I mean, I know there's no experience there because last season, bottling top 4 is very different from bottling a league.
Yeah.
Arteta has been there in terms of chasing a league title as a manager, assistant manager. And now he brought on Zinchenko and Jesus, who have been there in the thick of things.
Champions.
The thick of things, fighting for the league. Do you think those 3 items, because those are the only 3 items that I have in terms of experience of fighting for a league, are good enough to get Arsenal through, or holistically as a club they are choking again.
It's not a matter of choking, I personally believe. I think those 3 elements are key into Arsenal's titles chess.
Yeah.
But my issue is, I think now, okay, it's only 2 games, or you could say games before that. There's a bit of complacency. I think Arsenal need that one game where they win 1-0 in the 75th or 85th minute.
Yeah.
Because you go 2-0 up against West Ham in 10 minutes. Bruh, you are cruising. Gabriel is sliding through everyone.
Yeah.
Partey is flicking balls while not looking at them. Pause. Look at you guys going to Anfield. You guys have not gotten a single point at Anfield ever since Arshavin was an Arsenal player.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're 2-0 up. Liverpool wanna step up. Yeah, exactly. So I think there's a complacency aspect. I want Arsenal, especially in this Southampton game, like Man United loyalties aside, everything, agenda aside, if Arsenal were to win this game 1-0 in the 80th minute, for those final 10 minutes, none of those players will lose concentration.
Yeah.
If they go in early, you never know. Gabriel could
again.
give Ward-Prowse a free kick just out the box.
And then Ward-Prowse does the thing. Because, I mean, he does a lot of things in the free kick area. I mean, it's crazy that we're doing like this. At some point in time, you're 8 points clear and you're thinking, this is looking very good. Yeah. Let's just keep at it. I mean, like you said, going to Anfield 2-0 up. Hey, out to Taua by the... Because now the goal difference thing is starting to creep in now.
City up plus
What
50.
if it goes down, bro, to goal difference like 11-12?
Bro, I've been there, bro.
Been there,
This time it won't be Aguero.
No,
it will
no,
be
no.
Alvarez.
I would not want to go down to goal difference for me, by the way. That is heartbreaking. Imagine when they ushinde game yako. Venye tu nafaa. Na uende ushinde game yako.
And the way
But me nimewin game yangu lakini bado nime lose league.
If City are to win the league, they'll win it in your backyard, because while you guys host Wolves, they'll be at Brentford, which is just miles away from the Emirates.
Well, if it goes down to the last day,
Yeah.
that would be terrible. I would rather Mazi to shinde like with 1 game to go. I don't want to go to the last game.
This
Yeye
guy's-
nakwanga na stress.
That's why an easier final game than ours, man.
Brentford at that community stadium of theirs, itakuwa mtihani.
That's the last game.
Yeah,
Away.
that's theirs. They're
Brentford.
playing
City
away.
tuko na Wolves, I think.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, that's a bit easy. Yeah. Bado mnaenda Brighton.
Limoto,
But then bado mnaenda
Limoto,
Brighton, Amex.
Limoto.
Amex ni namba bro. Can we just say Southampton, they are done and dusted?
Yeah.
Tuanze kuambia ma goodbyes.
We should.
I think end Leicester before he gets his point. Yeah.
We should actually sing for Southampton goodbye. We
Yeah.
should wave them. Actually, they have
Yeah.
been right there. Almost. Now,
Ponyoka
Just
tu
like
kila time.
Sunderland.
siku ya nyani kufa. It's
Miti yote
uteleza.
slippery.
it's caught up with them.
Yeah.
Leicester, it will be very sad for me to see them go.
Because they have
They've
quality.
been champions
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
God
And I
damn.
still think Leicester are hata kama si uko juu, I still think Leicester are a good mid-table team that can perform well under the right circumstances, bro. But
That
Leicester,
training ground going to the championship,
Yeah,
and
hey.
the way the Asian investors bana wali put in
bro,
their
Leicester
money
are
in
going
that
to be-
training
are going
ground.
to be fleeced. Harvey Barnes will
Waki.
leave.
Ooh, Madison, Tielemans, Iheanacho,
Hey, wataenda kaa nusu squad
Ricardo
yote.
Pereira.
But man, they really need to do something on their defense.
I honestly feel like Leicester might not go down.
Yeah, I also think they escape slightly.
with Wood Face. At that,
Okay, first ni crap.
Bro, this game is horrible.
First ni crap. First ni we ghost wa defenders.
I agree.
Liverpool don't fight. The goalkeeper, one man, Danny
You
Ward.
Ward. God.
Bro, this
what
guy
is
is horrible. I watched a compilation on Twitter of
Yeah.
like 2 minutes of this guy getting scored. How it was a game that Brighton really had fun. McAllister was having his way against.
Imagine uko na
Danny Ward.
first defender alafu goalkeeper ati
Goalkeeper
Danny
Danny
Ward.
Ward. God
You're
damn.
doomed, man.
Anyway.
Bro, other first looks like a proper. You know how a defender has a defender?
Anaka.
Like he's tall, he looks strong.
Hey, but gameplay is where it draws the line. Defending is yake. Anaka David Luiz, but not without.
Yeah,
David
without-
Luiz was Arsenal,
Wa
si wa
Arsenal,
Chelsea.
si wa Chelsea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, man.
But
Yeah.
I still think Leicester escape
Yeah.
slightly. But man, they really need to do something on the defense.
Putting
Yeah.
it out there for Southampton when they do get relegated.
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse to Liverpool.
Hey, about time, man.
Ward-Prowse to Liverpool.
I feel like that would be a good acquisition. I mean, Liverpool can always go back to. Si ndio ilikuwa training ground yao.
Yeah. But
Southampton, they just used to fetch
batter
player.
them. Batter them on the pitch and fish.
Hadi players crap. Unakumbuka time walichukua Lambert. I'm like, what the fuck is Lambert? Tunamchukua. The fetch team wakachukua this other young dude ako Brighton sahi anaitwa aje? Not young dude. Lallana.
Lallana, Nathaniel Klein.
Kachukua Nathaniel Klein.
God damn.
I mean, crazy. As we wrap up, let's check out on a team that well, seeming like it's gonna get dragged into the relegation mud, and then all of a sudden they're not.
Chelsea.
They have come out guns blazing.
Yes.
You're talking about Chelsea? Okay.
No.
Sorry. But you said relegation.
Hey, watu ndio wanatumaliza. Msikatae kutubeba.
Sorry, guys. I was
Sorry.
joking. Yeah.
Ni jokes. Si mnajua jokes. Crystal Palace. I mean, toka Roy Hodgson akuje. Sijui ampea nini hao mam guys.
3 games, 3
coming
wins.
from behind against Leeds United to clap
Yes.
them 5.
Yeah.
Clapping Southampton 2-0 as 2 brilliant goals. Before you sijui alikuwa amepiga nani.
And before Hodgson was appointed,
Yeah.
they went on a run of 4 games without a single shot on target.
Bro.
So was Vieira the problem?
And they had gone to the whole year without,
Yes.
is it even scoring a goal money winning?
Winning since January.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Hodgson amekuja, wamefunga more goals than they have scored in the last, is it 10 games or something? I mean, Roy.
They hit Leeds for 5.
To be honest, I didn't think this is going to happen. I feel like, mnaenda kwa Roy Hodgson kufanya nini? Mzee ameenda, ameretire hata. Why you bringing back an old man? Clearly, they had other ideas.
Pedigree. These are the guys who come in, you give them 10 games, they work their magic for 10 games, then kick him out.
Yeah.
Cup finals.
But
Yes.
he has pedigree, man. As in being a coach is really difficult. I think he's been there, he has the experience. Crystal Palace doesn't have a bad team. True.
Yeah.
Just need proper coaching and tactics.
Yeah, because they have quality players. Kina Olise, Kina
Eze, Zaha,
Eze.
Mateta, Edward. Yeah.
Speaking of Zaha, I have seen somewhere that he might be leaving on a free this summer.
I think the best move for him, he's 31. So, yeah, but the best move for him, if he's to stay in the Premier League, is Arsenal.
Yeah. I mean, he loves Arsenal.
Though.
I think when Martinelli, this season we've seen Martinelli's deep in form. So next season, when Martinelli has that deep that he will obviously have, Zaha can get in there and do the
Martinelli is
business.
deep in form.
Yeah.
Zaha
This season he had it and he was benched and he's back to scoring goals
When
now.
did he have a deep in form?
He did. That run of yours where you lost to Everton, then you drew 0-0 with Soton, then I think you lost to City 3-1 as well. Martinelli alikuwa na struggle hiyo time. Sahi sasa akakula bench, sahi amerudi vizuri.
Here's what I'll say about Zaha. Zaha thinks he's better than what he is. That's the problem. I swear to God, if you see Zaha playing, and the way Zaha moves with the swagger he has, you will think, bro, this guy is Neymar. But if it comes to Arsenal, honestly speaking, Zaha is going to be the third option behind Martinelli. Trust that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I mean, you can put him on the right wing. Because, I mean, Pepe is not coming back.
Won't work because it's not his favorite.
Maybe he comes and plays on the
Maybe
right.
Trossard acheze right, Zaha left.
But siende Brighton.
He'll be fighting
kuna mitoma huko.
He'll be fighting for
Aende
game
Villa.
time.
Amesema
Siende
ataka
Villa.
Champions
Fighting
League.
for game time with who?
Aende Villa.
Zaha.
Yeah, amesema ataka Champions League.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Be difficult.
I mean, if he comes at Arsenal, we have more games to play.
Be difficult,
It's almost like he'll get some game time.
It'll be a Carabao Cup match.
Nah.
See, bro. After what he did to Moyes and after those rumor of Moyes' daughter, please, huyo ataichezea Man United tena.
There was some rumors.
Apparently, Zaha was shipped off to Palace by Moyes because he was in a relationship with the daughter. Those were the rumors.
No shit.
They've never been confirmed to be true, but those were the rumors.
When he was
when Moyes-
Where's he date daughter coach?
Maybe he just doesn't like them black.
Especially where you work, you're dating your CEO's daughter.
Me, I used to date my teacher's daughter in high
God damn.
Kwa high school gani?
Ulikuwa unapata A chemistry zote.
school. English kwanza.
You see, I'm going to say, it was the chemistry teacher, now it is a producer. He had the answers before the quiz. He's not started now. He's had his habit.
Yeah. I don't see why. What's the problem with that?
I don't know. Those were the rumors. Those were the rumors.
Rumors. Behind every rumor, there's some
but
The same way sijui Ferran Torres ana date wa Pep ama
No.
is it Ferran? Who is
No.
Who
It
is
used to be Dele Alli. It used to be Dele Alli dating Pep's daughter.
Yo, look, but have
But
you
I follow
seen?
Pep's daughter. Pep's daughter is single at the moment. Pep's daughter, if you're listening, I'm joking.
Yo, but have you seen Dele Alli's Lale?
Two words. Jose Mourinho.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
He was right about Dele Alli.
Oh, that's the footballer.
As a footballer.
What did he say?
As a
Like, he's
footballer,
focusing more on
when he came to Tottenham and he was like, are you Dele Alli or are you Dele Alli's brother?
Yeah.
You know, I've seen this happen before.
Yeah.
You have to focus on your career. You have to build your football, brand and whatnot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, utatupwa tu.
Yeah.
And right now, Everton want to terminate the contract.
His contract.
Yeah.
Bro, I saw someone tagged me in one of his pages on IG. Yo, Kona hot chick.
It's a babe.
Like, hey, the babe is hot as fuck. I mean, I can see why he doesn't perform on the pitch.
Yeah, he's performing in
also,
the room where Nketia is no longer is.
Yeah. It's full of crap. But
I hate Nketia. No, I hate Nketia.
it's still on the same wavelength of Malalays. Ashraf Hakimi, man.
God damn.
He's setting us a very good benchmark.
It's good, sir, wherever you are. Thank you. You really outsmarted. You really
Oh my days.
thinking outside the box.
Aki. I mean, of course, for those who live under a rock, there is an issue of Ashraf Hakimi, whose girlfriend/wife said he wants or she wants to divorce, and she wants half of the property. So kapelekana kotini ikasema, or rather Hakimi's lawyer or someone said, I don't have anything, all my property is under my mom's name, and you're not married to my mom. So you're married to me and I have nothing, so you have actually nothing to share, and that means
I just have 200 bob.
yeah, of which Maria repairs me affair. So I have nothing. So in fact, actually, we are going to share your wealth. Because wewe inaonekana uko na tu pesa.
Like, sir, when you dip it, does Hakimi have to ask his mom for clothes and a car and a whatnot?
Akitaka some Balenciaga, the mom has to wire something.
Guy, mom nitumie pesa ya Balenciaga.
Nataka shopping, mom.
Oh my days.
Mom, nimeona Audi fulani kali, I just need 100,000 pounds.
Well, he can't afford it.
Yo, he can't afford it for sure. What does that say of Mama's boys? Because they're always trashed. I mean, this is not a social talk, but this is not a social podcast. But these are quite interesting. Mama's boys are always trashed. Oh, blah 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 blah. What does that say of Mama's boys now? Wanapata bonga points.
A bit of credibility and a bit of street cred.
Yeah,
I think
street cred. Yeah,
I think what he did, he really thought outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing of when you guys split, you have to split half of the cash. It really doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy.
So go to a prenup anyway.
It doesn't make any sense for me. We don't even need to have the prenup in the first place. It doesn't make any sense to me why I should be.
Yeah.
But
all right, man. That's what's up. So a lot of drama.
Neymar vibes all over.
Neymar by the way.
Yeah,
Crazy, man. A lot of crazy stuff happening in football, and some of them, of course, they're fucking hilarious.
Yes, sir.